Drake's For All the Dogs. Everybody's been clowning on my man for a good minute of how trash it is, yada yada yada. Drake doesn't know how to make good music. We need old Drake back. I was thinking I was dick riding this a little bit because I really do miss old Drake, but the more I've been just fucking with this album, like the more I just love it more and more and more, because this is like the best, like this is like the closest that we can ever get to being old, of Drake just being his old self, but also relatively being new at the same time. So that's what I love about this album, and I love the chronological story that he's like, I guess, making up of, like, I was a certified lover boy, but honestly never mind, her loss, this is for all the dogs now, yada yada yada. It's so funny that like those four fucking albums just connects like that. Like, I don't know, like listening to CLB to now, I feel like this is a good album that Drake has. Her Loss is a good collab too with him and 21, even though it's like 10 times better than it was with What a Time to Be Alive with him and Future. But him and Future are really good too. Like, I like that album, but I like Her Loss a bit more. But For All the Dogs is really banging. It has everything that you need. It has like different versions of Drake. Like, it does sound so much of Take Care Drake and Thank Me Later Drake and So Far Gone Drake mixed in with, like, I don't know, like it's just those different versions. Like, I can kind of see, like, oh, this is what, like, this gives me a bit of this version of Drake, that and that, but still being relatively different of how creatively and how he articulates his words too. But I do like it for being not only like what people are clowning him for. It's just being just Drake being the feature, and this whole album is mostly just collabs and then Drake. I like to beg to differ because, like, I feel like I can enjoy this album in two different ways. I can really just enjoy this as a Drake album, and I can really enjoy this as a collab album with Drake. Because all these all like, I'm telling you, all these songs are banging, bro. I love Virginia Beach. It's such a good fucking start to it. It gives me Take Care vibes, Drake. And I love Another Late Night with him and Yachty. Like, I love Drake, but I love Yachty's verses more, and I just like how he's just, it's just like more so like, I like that song for the Lil Yachty's verses, but it's also a good song with Drake too. And I love Rich Baby Daddy with Sexy Red and SZA singing, but Drake has some good verses in there too. And especially with Drew Up Picasso with Drake, I like that one. I've been fucking with that one for a good minute now. I just like how it sounds. You can, like, I like how he sounds. He sounds so authentic. And then Calling for You, bro, you cannot tell me this is like a certified banger, especially when it switches up to 21 Savage's verses. And then we cannot talk about this album without mentioning First Person Shooter with J. Cole. I felt so fucking happy with those two collabing. Like, again, like, it's been a hot minute for both of them. And especially with the last half of the song, I love how the beat switches to mostly just Drake, like, yeah, I'm about to beat it. I just love like that. I really did enjoy all of the albums and this, or all of the songs in the albums, especially, the relatively now memed I Don't Give a Fuck with him and Yeet. I'm going to say right now, that's mostly just a Yeet song with just, with just Drake, just like, for money for fun. Like, I would say that just like as a joke, because it's just like the animations of like how Yeet is just like, oh, I don't be giving a fucks. I do whatever I want. It's kind of a money for fun. And like how Drake looks so feminine and shit is so fucking funny. And how just like E looks like, bro, what the fuck? So fucking funny with that song. That's a funny ass song. But anyways, I like to give For All the Dogs a good solid like 8 out of 10. I know I don't review any artist's music that much besides, my main man Josh. But I feel like this needed to be said. Like, I'm really passionate about this album because this has been like every day. Like I'm just listening to whatever song from this album. I just love it. You know, I would say out of the recent albums he's been putting out, you know, the fucking CLB to now, I feel like For All the Dogs is a better album. I feel like it tops, you know, better than CBL, you know, even though like that was like my first actual like Don't Kill Me for This is actually my first album that I listened to Drake. It was actually pretty good, but For All the Dogs takes it literally old Drake but better, you know? But people were like, "Oh, like Drake had to go back." This is literally old Drake in 2020. It's like old Drake in 2022, 2023. He really nailed what he was trying to go for. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think For All the Dogs, whether you like it or not, which is your favorite song. But mine, like currently my favorite song from this album has to be it has to be it's kind of a tough one, but I have to go with Drew Up Picasso. And my second song I like is Another Late Night. Just another late night with my dog. Just another late night with my bitch. Love it so much. My name is guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful morning, night, day, evening, whatever the occasion is. Take care and all that good stuff. Anyways, guys, later.